Hello, everyone. Hope everybody is doing well. And today I'm here to persuade you that violence in cartoons is not all bad as it seems. First thing I want to talk about is that the violence in cartoons has a purpose. It's not just there out of random. Sometimes it can be used for comedic effect. For Looney Tunes, they use violence to do slapstick comedy. But slapstick comedy, you have to have good comedic timing and good writing to make it work. With Batman the animated series, action cartoons like that, they have to have the violence work in the same context of the story. They have to use them to give us grand action scenes that give us car chases, heroes against villains, dangerous traps. But it has to have good story, relatable characters, good music behind it, to make it work. In fact, they don't even over rely on the violence either. Looney Tunes don't like the animators in Looney Tunes don't expect you to laugh every time a character gets smacked. They have to keep in mind the good jokes. Well-written jokes, the good storytelling. They have to have good musical cues. There's more pieces to them than just the violence. It's just a small fraction of it, not the whole. Same thing for Batman the animated series. Again, it's a small fraction of the story. In fact, Batman kind of used more mystery, themes than actual violence. The most important thing about this too is that they don't even they don't encourage the violence. They don't encourage it. With Looney Tunes, when a character gets hit by a particularly violent gag, the animator make it abundantly clear that it would hurt and that the character would be in a great state of pain and agony, either to show them that they have a concussion or, they cry. They cry in pain. Even though some of the gags could result in someone dying in real life, well, the reason why they don't show the realistic result and a lot of the Looney Tunes don't die of each violent gag is because, well, no one wants to see a bunny and a duck get killed brutally in cartoon. It's not funny. And for Batman, they even flat out tell you it's not a good idea sometimes. Like, there's an episode of Batman the Animated Series called The Underdwellers, where a kid is messing around in Wayne Manor with an unloaded gun. And then Batman swoops in, takes the gun away, and very sternly say, "Kids and guns do not mix." The gun's not loaded, but it could have been. Yeah. In the action cartoons of all things, they flat out tell you it's not okay to mimic the dangerous behavior and violence that's in the show. Yeah, ironic, eh? But yet, however, there are people still out there, including parents, still saying that, oh, cartoons are so inappropriate with violence, Kids would develop aggressive behavior and mimic the actual scenes in these cartoons. And I have to ask them, why do you still think that? It's abundantly clear that the cartoon violence is only there when there's a reason to use it, and that they don't overly rely on it. Only a small fraction of the cartoon, not the entire thing, and that they sometimes either subtly or flat out tell you it's not a good idea to mimic these cartoons. It's kind of crazy to mimic them in the first place. And I want to employ the audience and those parents out there to keep an open mind. Instead of overgeneralizing that the cartoons are really bad because they have violence in them, remember, it's the small fraction of the cartoon. There's more to them than just, whacking each other or blowing something up. And if you're still worried about the kids, by the way, remember, it's the parents' responsibility to raise a kid right, not the cartoons.